Hello, hello, welcome, welcome, welcome. Thanks for being here for our Aries season group hypnosis. And here we are. It is the new moon in Aries today, Friday, April 1st, 2022. And just welcoming you who have come here today and welcoming the people who are joining us in the future. So what does Aries season mean? What are we going to be working on today? Today, we're going to take a hero's journey. And if anybody wants to kind of chime in the box, in the chat box, what is a hero's journey to you? You're welcome to do that, and I'll share it. But essentially, a hero's journey is associated with a great leap of faith. A hero's journey is basically the archetypal existence of our own lives, where we start in one position and we go through many a trial and tribulation and a joy and a love throughout our entire lives, ups and downs, and it comes full circle. And that can also be associated with the zodiac as well, with Aries being reborn out of Pisces, Pisces being the end and the beginning of the zodiac. So we are on today's April 1st, as I mentioned, and that is April Fool's Day. Aries is associated with the Fool card in the tarot. And one of the reasons why this is significant is because the Fool card is really, that's the first card of the major arcana in the tarot. That is the beginning of the hero's journey. And so today we can kind of think of as April Fool's Day and a new moon in Aries. This is the day to really leap forward into our hero's journey, into our archetypal hero that we have within us, which we will be discovering and working with today. So just allowing yourself to find a place where you are comfortable. I recommend either sitting or lying down with headphones, and just being in a place where you won't be disturbed by anyone kind of barging in. A few background noises on my end or your end are no problem. Just finding that place where you can settle in for the next 40 minutes or so and be prepared to take this experience to meet with the hero inside and connect with our own hero's journey. So with sheer force, strength, courage, and will, Aries emerges from the void. Pisces being the void, the end and the beginning. Like a crocus through the still frozen March soil, it gives life to the dreams of Pisces through daring to bring them forward. Like the first rays of a vibrant sun emerging from the night's ocean, Pisces gives birth to Aries. This is the home of Mars. This is a penetrating and action outward, assertive energy. Our desires, our lust for life, our inner spark, our righteous rage, and our passion. The sun loves to be here. And in addition to the Fool, Aries is represented in the tarot by the Emperor, by the Knight of Wands, by the Tower, by the Three of Wands, and others. And today we will be voyaging to bring some sparks into that void space that we seeded with the Pisces season group hypnosis. If you haven't listened to that, you can listen to it later. And we will be seeding those sparks so that they emerge from the void as we are now emerging into a new zodiac year, starting with Aries as the astrological first house. Aries is associated with new beginnings and fearless energy. Aries is instinctual. Aries is rebellious. Aries is pushing forward to big, bright futures, no matter what treacherous swamps it may have to traverse on its way. Knowing that there will be challenges, knowing that we are built to face them, this is the Aries way. Let's get deeply connected to our soul and its desires here so that we can have the confidence and the bravado to dare them into existence. This is the hero's journey. Joseph Campbell is a very famous Aries stellium. He's a writer, a mythologist, a thought innovator, a thought leader. And one of my favorite quotes of his is, "We are so engaged in doing things to achieve purposes of outer value that we forget the inner value. The rapture that is associated with being alive is what it is all about." That is a very Martian thing to say. So we seeded intention, as I mentioned, and met our own void in the Pisces season group hypnosis, and we will emerge from the void this time. And Aries is depicted symbolically as the ram, named after the Greek god of war, ruled by the planet Mars, a planet associated in ancient times with agriculture. Rams were valued for their brazen existence, and the birth of whose young symbolized the return of the sun, the spring equinox. As such, they were sacrificed to the gods regularly to ensure fertility, to ensure healthy crops. The story of the epic warrior Jason and the treasured golden fleece of a sacred ram tells us that we will always be looking for another golden fleece. We will always be facing trials and tribulations, and also always enjoying glory and rebirth, come hell or high water. I'm just taking a moment here to reflect on what you have coming into your life that you need now to face with courage, that you need now to call upon the hero's journey, the ups and downs, and persevering through it all. What are you willing to wander for? And what are you willing to fight for? And who are you at your most heroic? And who are you in your hero's journey? And setting an intention for yourself today as to why you have come to this meditation. What is your interest in the hero's journey? What is your interest in sending out sparks from the void? Perhaps you feel yourself to be in a void space right now, which can feel at once very overwhelming and dark, but also has the inevitability of producing light. So just setting an intention today and allowing yourself to become very comfortable in your seat or lying down wherever you are. And if you haven't done so already, just go ahead and close your eyes gently down, relaxing. And start to bring your attention to your breath, filling your belly with a nice deep inhalation and allowing that breath to move up all the way, expanding the rib cage and expanding the chest, holding that breath at the top for 2 seconds and releasing back down and envisioning again that breath going all the way through the chest, through the ribs and through the belly, filling up the belly, the ribs, and the chest, and exhaling. And just allowing yourself now to imagine a color that for you represents your greatest level of courage and bravery And just noticing that color and allowing that color to emerge from the spot in your body, the place in your body where you feel courage and bravery. And if that is the difficult experience for you, just allow that color to form at the top of your head. So you either have this color forming in a part of your body where you experience courage and bravery, or you have it forming at the top of your head. However you experience that is perfect and correct. And just bringing that color now so it expands through your body. This color that for you represents your courage and bravery. Just flowing through your body, relaxing you, healing you. And really connecting again with your intention. What is it that you are being called to be heroic about at this time? What are the sparks that you need to seed, that need to emerge from this dark space of your subconscious? What is it that you want to push outward into the world? This could be creative projects. This could be a new way of being. This could be actually starting something totally new in your life. And allowing yourself to become fully relaxed and full now of this color that for you represents courage and bravery. And just feeling how good it feels to have that body, that color flowing through your body, to have your body filled with that color. And just imagine it now just swirling and relaxing every muscle in your entire body. This color that for you represents courage and bravery. And now just allowing yourself to see in front of you, there is a cave. And this cave can appear in any number of ways. Maybe it's entering from above the ground. Maybe it's walking in from the ground and just entering the cave. Maybe you're already in the cave. However you experience this cave is perfect and correct, and it is perfectly safe for you to enter. And just taking steps now into the cave, and with each step, you start to get deeper into the cave. And continuing to feel and experience or see yourself filled up with this color that for you represents courage and bravery. Just entering the cave, and it's so dark in this cave as you enter it that you are the only light. This color that for you represents courage and bravery, flowing through your body, getting brighter with each and every step. Walking now into this cave. And now finding a place within this cave where you can sit or lie down, and noticing that the area around you is illuminated by your own glow from this color of courage and bravery. So maybe you can even see a few things around you from the light that you are emanating in this cave. And just being there, being the light within this cave. As I count down from 3 to 1 and snap my fingers, you will become aware of one thing that you can be more heroic about at this time. 3, relaxing. 2, letting the mind go completely blank. And 1, becoming aware of one thing that you can become more heroic about at this time. This could be absolutely anything. And now I want you to see, feel, and experience yourself now sending a spark that's the same color as this color of courage and bravery from your body, sending this spark out toward that thing that you can be more heroic about. And that spark begins to flow through this cave. And it finds its way to an exit. And this spark emerges from the cave into the world around it. Where has that spark gone? Where is that spark now? Where do you see it? And starting to see, feel, or experience that spark wherever it has emerged. Maybe it's emerged in a place that you know, maybe it's emerged in some place totally different. The spark of something that you need to be heroic about, and just seeing it there. The spark that has come from the void. Just maybe being suspended there in the air. And now connecting back with yourself again in the cave, filled with this color of light that for you represents courage and bravery, that is illuminating the space around you in the cave. And allow yourself now to experience one thing that, as I count down from 3 to 1, snap my fingers, that you need to call in more passion for in your life. 3, relaxing even deeper. 2, trusting what comes. And 1, see, feel, and experience this thing that you need to call in more passion for in your life. Hold it. Understand what it is. And now allowing it to take the color of this color of courage and bravery, and allowing it to leave your body in the form of a spark. And that spark floats through this cave, all the way out into the above ground. Now you have these 2 sparks, something to be heroic about, something to be passionate about. And just seeing those 2 sparks wherever they may be, maybe they're together, maybe they're separate, that's fine. Whatever it is perfect and correct. And now coming back to yourself in the cave, illuminated by this color that for you represents courage and bravery. And as I count down from 3 to 1 and snap my fingers, one thing that you can do to initiate the change that you want to see in your life that will become visible to you, or you will see, feel, or experience it as I count down from 3 to 1. Snap my fingers. Something that you can initiate to bring about the change that you want to see in your life, or that you want to see in the world. 3, relaxing even deeper. 2, trusting what comes. And 1, see, feel, and experience this thing that you can do, this initiative that you can take, however it may appear. Just allowing it to separate from your glowing body in the form of a spark. And this spark emerges slowly, slowly from this cave. It has floated through the cave and now it emerges out into the above ground. And what is this thing that you can be initiative about, this thing that you can initiate? And just seeing it there, these 3 sparks. And now returning to yourself in the cave now, glowing with this color that for you represents courage and bravery. And calling upon your intention, what is this? What is this experience of a hero's journey for you today? What is it that you need to work on? What is it that you want to work on? What is it that you need to call upon your most heroic self to work on? Who are you at your most heroic? Just coming back to your intention. Maybe your intention has changed, and that's totally fine. And in this state of deep relaxation, you will be able to have a conversation with a part of you, the heroic part of you, as it emerges, as if you were having a conversation or observing another individual. And as I count down from 3 to 1 and snap my fingers, you at your most heroic, in whatever form you may appear. This could look like you, maybe it looks like an animal, maybe it's a color, maybe it's a shape, maybe it's a feeling. But you at your most heroic will emerge from your glowing self. 3, relaxing even deeper. 2, allowing the mind to go completely blank, trusting what comes. And 1, the part of you that is you at your most heroic emerges. And you see, feel, or experience it in front of you. Just noticing how this being appears to you, or how this energy or experience appears to you. However you experience this is perfect and correct. You at your most heroic. Notice the appearance. Notice if there's a posture. Notice if there's an overall state of health. Notice any colors. And now those sparks that left you, the sparks that you sent out into the world from the void, from the cave, those sparks about your heroism, about your passion, about your initiative. Begin to follow them as your heroic self. So your heroic self and you begin to walk through this cave. And what do you notice as you walk through this cave? What is this place like? Is it safe? Is it dangerous? Knowing that you at your most heroic can handle this, and you as yourself filled with the highest color of courage and bravery can handle this. Moving through this cave now in search of those sparks that you have already sent out into the world from the void. You as your most heroic self is guiding you as your glowing with courage and bravery self out of this cave. And what is it that you meet along the way together as you go in search of those sparks that you have already set out into the world? And as you travel along with your most heroic self, go ahead and ask your most heroic self, what would you like to be called? Allow yourself to receive an answer, the first answer that comes to you. And just go ahead and as you continue to travel with this most heroic part of yourself, now you know their name. Go ahead and ask them, what has made you so heroic? Why are you so heroic? And allowing yourself to receive a response. Knowing that this is a part of you, that it already exists within you, go ahead and ask this part of you, this heroic part of you, how can I embody your heroism? Receiving an answer as you continue to travel with this most heroic part of yourself. Emerging now from the cave if you haven't already. And just seeing off in the distance or feeling their presence, the sparks. They are there, but they're not quite in reach yet. And noticing that you and just this most heroic version of yourself have come to a very, very high cliff. There's no way around this cliff. Nothing that you can see. You see the sparks off in the distance on the other side of this ravine. You look down and you see this is a canyon. A very high canyon. And on the other side of this very high canyon, you see these sparks. And just go ahead and notice what it feels like to be at the edge of this canyon. It's too steep to climb down and back up. And now bring into your mind something that seems impossible to you right now that can be represented by this canyon. Impossible to cross, impossible to reach. Represented by this canyon. 3, 2, 1. What is that thing that seems impossible? Impossible but necessary. And now, along with your most heroic self, just being there on the side of this canyon, however it may appear to you, and calling upon another part of yourself to emerge. This part of yourself is the most daring part of yourself. As I count down from 3 to 1 and snap my fingers, the most daring part of you will emerge to join you in your most heroic self. 3, relaxing even deeper. 2, trusting what comes. And 1. See, feel, and experience the most daring part of you emerge. And so now it's the 3 of you together. Yourself glowing with courage and bravery. Your most heroic self and your most daring self. And just go ahead and ask your most daring self, what is it that we need to do in order to reach the other side of the canyon? What is the impossible thing, the improbable thing that we need to do to reach the other side of the canyon? And allowing your most daring self, along with your most courageous and bravery self, your most heroic self, together. What is the one thing that you need to do in order to cross this impossible task? In your life, in the canyon. And as I count from 3 to 1 and snap my fingers, the 3 of you will do that improbable, impossible thing. That is to reach the other side of this canyon toward the sparks. That is to understand what it is that you need to do in order to face this difficulty, this impossible, seemingly impossible task in your life. Allowing the most daring part of you to lead the way. 3, relaxing even deeper. 2 and 1. Reaching the other side of the canyon now. And how did you do it? What did it require for you to reach the other side of the canyon? Just acknowledging what it took to do that and continuing along with this most daring part of yourself, with yourself courageous and brave, and with the heroic part of yourself. And now see, feel, or experience the joy of having done a seemingly impossible and probable task. as you get closer to those sparks that you have sent out to the world. Your passion, your initiative, your heroism. These ways that you can be in service of yourself, of your community, and others. Getting closer and noticing there is a deep, deep, dark, dark pond in front of you. And it's so deep and dark. And as you get closer, it seems to be really wide, almost as wide as the ocean. It's too long to walk around. And so the most heroic part of you, what does the most heroic part of you say when they see this? This deep, deep, dark, dark body of water. What do you feel when you see this? What does the most daring part of you feel? Is there anything in this deep, deep, dark, dark water? Knowing that it must be crossed some way. And now the three of you, this most daring part of you, this glowing, brave, and courageous part of you, the most heroic part of you, decide to cross this water however this appears to you is perfect and correct. And there begins to be a deep, thick fog that embraces you as you cross this water, however you're crossing it. And you can't see anything. And all of a sudden you find yourself to be in the unknown. How does the heroic part of you respond? How does your glowing, courageous, brave self respond? How does the daring part of you respond? And now you look down and you realize that you have more sparks. And now, as I count down from 3 to 1 and snap my fingers, the part of you that deeply believes in yourself and your soul's mission on this earth at this time will emerge in the form of fire. This could emerge as a torch. This could emerge as a spark. This could emerge as the sun. 3, relaxing even deeper. 2 and 1. Just allowing this fire of belief in yourself and your mission of your soul on this planet at this time comes forward, and just noticing what happens now to this scene. And now finding yourself able to see across this deep, deep, dark, dark water. Maybe it's not so deep or dark anymore. And however you have crossed, being there now, holding this flame of belief in yourself, along with your most daring self, you brave and courageous and glowing, and with the most heroic part of yourself, experiencing, just being with what you have had to call forth from within in order to reach the other side of these obstacles, knowing that you are not alone. And now see, feel, or experience the three sparks that emerged from you. Your heroism, your passion, and your initiative. And what do you have to say to yourself at this time? What are the words that come to you from these three parts of you, from these sparks as you approach them? What have you gone through? What are you capable of? What do you desire? And allowing yourself to really feel that. And now coming back to your intention, or perhaps there's a new intention as you look upon these three sparks. And now go ahead and form a statement related to your intention using the words, I am. In a positive present tense. I am brave. I am doing the improbable task, whatever it is. Now feeling into that fire of belief in yourself that you hold on to. And now watching as the sparks begin to move. And the more that you hold on to that fire of self-belief, belief in yourself, the more those sparks begin to move. And the more that you hold on to that fire of self-belief in yourself, those sparks begin to take shape. And you can start to see the effects, the impacts of your heroism, of your passion, and of your initiative. And just be with yourself now with this belief in yourself, with your daring self, with your brave and courageous glowing self, and with your heroic self. The three selves and the three sparks. And the light, the fire of self-belief. And now see, feel, and experience yourself having this fire of self-belief expand and extend into your daily life. Make one thing that you need to believe in yourself very real. One thing that you need deep courage, confidence, and will. Experience yourself doing that thing now. Make it real. And now experiencing yourself, your most daring self, your most heroic self, your glowing, brave, courageous self, and these three sparks, heroism, passion, initiative, coming together into one composite being. And just now see, feel, and experience that composite being. And now repeat to yourself, I am, with your intention. Allowing yourself to feel the power of your will, of your passion, of your desire, of your own courage and bravery. However you experience this, your most daring self, your heroic self, all together, one composite being. And knowing that this composite being is you. It is a part of you that you can call upon whenever you need to face a seemingly impossible task. And just feeling now there's another spark that wants to come forward. This is a spark for the next year. 1 year from now. Allowing that spark to emerge from this composite being that is you. And sending this spark forward and allowing it to go into the unknown. But connecting to that spark, it is you in 1 year. Where are you? What are you doing? Who are you with in 1 year? What has fallen away from your life that you don't need? And what is being built? And allowing that spark to drift and float, knowing that you will be with it. This whole year is you following that spark. Experience the joy, the excitement, the challenge of following that spark and everything you'll have to do in order to follow that spark. That is you in 1 year, the life that you want to be living. And trusting that you will see that spark again. And just allowing yourself to be fully present now with this composite being, as this composite being, and knowing that this is a part of you that you can connect with at any time. That the sparks that came alive today are for the taking, that you are capable. And repeating your intention, I am, one more time. Now finding this essence of this power, this personal power, this flame, this spark inside you, the daring nature, the courageous, the brave, the heroic, filling yourself with that feeling and knowing that you can maintain that all day and sending it out into the world around you. And I will begin to count you back to this place and this time, and you will remember absolutely everything, and you will feel more connected with your own sparks, your own fire, your own courage, bravery, and daring. your own passion and initiative than you have in a long time. 1, coming back into the space, bringing some movement into your ankles and your toes. 2, 3, 4, inhaling deeply. Exhaling 5, energy coming back now into the body, moving the wrists and the fingers, remembering absolutely everything. 6, 7, 8, the sparks alive within you, feeling confident in sending even more out into the world, connected to that fire of self-belief. 9, bringing your arms up over your head, inhaling deeply, and exhaling deeply out the mouth. And when you're ready, away from any form of technology, just gently opening your eyes. Coming back slowly into this space and time. I encourage you to take some notes on your experience. If you'd like to share, go ahead and pop it in the chat. I'll hang out for a few more minutes. Thank you so much.